They say the gold of the Amazon is hidden in the forest, but for those who live here, the real gold is the cassava flower. And the most impressive thing is that it all starts with a poisonous root, which, if consumed the wrong way, can even be fatal. With knowledge passed down from generation to generation, it is transformed into flour, beiju, tukupi, and so many other foods that are part of the lives of riverside communities and indigenous peoples. A tradition that withstands the test of time and holds a history that few people know about. Hi everyone! Welcome to another video on the channel. Guys, today we're here again, spending another day in our Santa Luzia do Catuiri community. And today we're going to make cassava flour. Yes. Here, my grandfather is a big producer of cassava flour, so we're going to spend the day making cassava flour with him. Guys, sorry. I'm tired because I climbed this hill here. Look, and I got tired. And here it's 6:30 in the morning, and the sun is already up. Look. Beautiful and wonderful. The children. They are going to school. That wonderful view of the river up ahead. The Santa Luzia do Catuiri community is a riverside community located on the right bank of Lake Tefe, in the rural area of the municipality of Alvorada do Alvarez, in Amazonas. It is known for preserving traditional life closely tied to rivers and the forest. The families mainly make their living from family farming, especially growing cassava and producing flour by hand. Just like many other communities in the Middle Solimões, Santa Luzia do Catuiri preserves traditional knowledge passed down through generations, such as making cassava flour, tucupi, starch, artisanal fishing, and the use of medicinal plants. Where's our Uber? Where's our Uber?
Lá vem o nosso Uber. Lá vem o Uber na carretinha, a gente vai com ele.
The little cart made life much easier for those who make flour around here. Before, all the cassava had to be carried in a basket to the soaking pit to soak. After the flour was ready, we still had to carry the sacks on our backs from the flour house to the community. It was very hard work. Today, with the little cart, this work has become even faster and less tiring. It helps carry both the cassava and the flour, saving time and effort. But during the rainy season, the path is still a challenge. Since it had rained a lot in the previous days, the road was full of mud, with several slippery stretches. Besides that, we still had to cross a wooden bridge that was already badly damaged by the rain and time, which requires a lot of attention. If Patty had a child, what am I to Patty's child? Since we're cousins. That's it. Look, I'm an ant. See? Say it. I'm an ant. Bringing children out to the fields teaches them early how to make flour, the real gold of the Amazon, passing knowledge and traditions through generations.
You're going to drink first.
Tucupi.
There's really a lot.
I'll just take a little. I want some too.
I want some too.
The tucupi.
Let's have coffee first, everyone. Because you can't stand on an empty stomach. I think what we don't lack here is work. Our little coffee. The fuel you can't do without here in Vila do Ribeirinho. Grandma cooked some cassava. We have a special guest, Luna. It's Luna, right?
Uh-huh.
Luna visited today to help on the farm. This girl may be small, but she sure knows how to work.
Uh-huh.
She works like no one else. And Grandma goes for the tucumã. This tucumã here is just huge.
This tucumã is authentic.
Look at the size.
Just look.
Is the cup leaking?
The butter didn't arrive. Are you getting it?
There's no way, right?
Shameless!
Here we're already taking the cassava out of the soaking pit. After the cassava is pulled from the ground, it is soaked for about 3 days. It's this time in the water that helps it soften and prepares it for the next step. Only after that is it peeled, washed, and the whole flour-making process begins.
This one is for you.
This cassava is really soft. You can take out the good part. We take off this outer peel. Give it a little wash to remove everything that's left. Inside this soaking pit, there are 2 little carts full of manioc.
Is there still some at the bottom?
Yes, but there's just a little. I already knew that. There's not enough for anything else. I think she's adjusting her belt. Yeah, but we broke it all up, right? We broke it all up. This is when we do this work. I'm finishing the work. If I filmed it all, it would be a live stream. With Starlink here, we could actually stream live, right? 3 hours of live stream pulling cassava from the soaking pit. 3. And look how interesting. This cassava we're peeling is bitter cassava. It contains toxins and must never be eaten raw. Proper preparation is essential, and tradition also forbids eating it raw. That's why making flour is a tradition that requires a lot of care and experience. Few people know this, but it was indigenous peoples who taught the world how to make flour. Long before the Portuguese arrived, they had already mastered this whole process, transforming a poisonous root into one of the most important foods in the Amazon. And this knowledge has spanned centuries and is still alive today in the riverside communities. Guys, after a few hours of work, we're done here. The people are in the pit. Look, Grandma's hat is cleaning the pit now. We were carrying it here on these sticks. Let me show you how much dough we got. Let's go. In the pit, there were 2 small carts like these, filled with cassava. Look at that. Full. And look at how much dough we got. It still needs to be grated and go through the tabiti, right? Then we'll go through that whole process that we'll show you tomorrow, okay? From manioc, the famous tucupi is also made, and the starch is also extracted. It's a different process. We pull the manioc out of the ground, peel it. It's really hard. It doesn't go into the pit to soften. It's really hard. It's grated and washed with the water that comes out. We put it in a basin or a bucket, let it settle, and what settles at the bottom is the starch, and what rises to the top, which is this yellowish water you're seeing here, is the tucupi. Tucupi is our famous sauce that we have here in Amazonas. We use it with fish. It's used to make tacacá and many other recipes. In the way it is right now, it's still toxic. To remove its poison, it needs to be boiled for 2 to 3 hours. And during this process, you can season it with garlic, salt, pepper, or any spices you like, and the starch. Here we make our famous tapioquinha and little starch cakes. It's also used in tacacá, and it's used in many other recipes as well. And it's amazing, right? How a single root can give rise to so many other foods.
But we're just taking it out of the container on the side. We're going to separate the tucupi, then we'll put it aside because there are little bugs, so we'll cover it with a screen and then we'll do it. We're washing the starch again.
Is there no tucupi?
Guys, do you see that it's still a little yellow here? Is that it? Because the starch is going to be washed again, okay? We're going to dissolve it and it's going to be strained again, right, honey? Through the strainer again. Then it will get really white. It will get really white, and all the residue that was left will come out. This yellow here will get so strong, right?
Yeah, it's because the dough is really strong. That's it. Everything will come out.
When it's going through the strainer, there's the starch. Dissolve. It looks like it's going to settle in the bowl, and that's when it'll really be the starch. Clean, washed, without the poison from the cassava.
Ready, look, guys.
This is the leftover mash, so we need to wash it, right? Okay, we don't put this one in the starch. Hold it there. It looks like I was taking out the starch.
I haven't extracted starch in ages. I'm sore. I was hurting yesterday. Oh my Jesus, it was hard to see, you know, thank you.
Gente,
Now in the morning, right? I won't be here to toast the flour. I'm making this video and heading to the flour house, but honestly, I don't know what to tell you. How can I explain this? I wasn't here in the morning, and I'm here now. I wasn't here in the morning. I'm not going to be here now continuing the video, because I went to Tafe. I went to take Gabriel and Stephanie. Gabriel was feeling really bad. He had been running a fever for about 3 or 4 days straight, feeling very cold, and he was taking medicine. The fever would briefly subside, then return. And we just didn't know, you know? We even suspected he might have malaria. He took 2 malaria tests, and both came back negative. And Stephanie was having stomach problems, feeling a lot of pain and vomiting. And together, Gabriel, Stephanie, Gabriel's mother, and I decided to send him to Manaus, right? And together with Stephanie, they will do some tests there and we'll find out what they have, right? Because I don't know if it's malaria, right? They say if we take medicine to lower the fever, it won't appear on the test, right? So for malaria, when he gets there, he'll do some tests and we'll find out what he has, together with Stephanie. So that's it, okay? In this part of the morning video, I won't be here, but Isaac will film for you, and I'll take the boys to Tafe and then come back here, to the flower house. That's it. Keep watching the video.
Guys, let's have breakfast.
I've been there before, but not now. See you guys.
Gallery with tucuma, cookies, acai. Let me see what else. Sardines in a can. Oh dear people, good morning to everyone there. May the Lord bless you all. Keep following my dear granddaughter because she really deserves it. Stay with God and good morning to everyone.
As soon as my grandparents arrived, the next day, along with my cousins, my grandfather took it. The soft cassava, which was on the resting platform yesterday and soaked, was passed through the Tarisca sieve, and then the pulp that came out, which was the cassava already ground, right? It went straight to the tapiti to be squeezed, and it stayed in this shape. Then it's this slightly drier pulp that my grandmother is sifting.
If you want to make flour here with us, you can come over. There's plenty of work. Flour, squeeze. Wow, people have a thing with all the Guarini flours. We make flour here. We're every bit as good as Guarini. It's really tasty and delicious flour. The second one cleared the field. Honestly, there was a snake living in a hole in the palco log. It was about this long. The ribs of the thing, look, the spine and ribs, and he still has it. And there are people the other day too. It's been a while. Now the girl there has been helping out. She was going to collect Brazil nuts with Conceição Valencia, the one they saw. The creature was luring her, a boa constrictor, near a little water hole, she said. And the worst part is that we walk, and it takes a while, but we end up going back to that same place again. Okay, go back. Now I'm gonna leave, huh? Then you go back there again? That's strange, especially if it's just one person. Taking care because the candidate at the company, the man disappeared from the company. The people were walking around, poor thing, they couldn't find him. He didn't even go into the woods. He disappeared. Especially here, where no one has ever walked. It's true, it's right here in the living room.
Is it correct?
It's even new. Yeah, are you going to do that? I don't know. I don't remember. I'm going to download it. He says that was it, right?
He was in love with Fabiana, and the creature turned into Fabiana. And he looked at Fabiana and went,
Só tem uns 3 dias?
it was a loss for us. She took our things in the basket. Bottle. Coffee bottle. Water bottle. Where's that short guy? Everyone's searching for him. He showed up down there, and that's where he stopped.
I'm already here. I'm already at the flower house. I left Gabriel and Stephanie there. Gabriel didn't have a fever. Stephanie took her medicine and wasn't experiencing stomach pain. I hope he reaches Manaus and they head straight to the hospital. I'm already at the flower house and will help the people here now. I went to Idifer, then came back here. I walked that whole road, in the pouring rain. And I just got here. Let's continue the video since the worker is here. What still needs to be done?
Run it through the machine.
Run it through the machine? Let me grab it now and sift it. Before the dough goes into the oven, gets toasted, and turns into flour, it is sifted, like I told you. After sifting, it goes to the granulating machine, which is that round machine that spins. After the dough comes out, it is sifted again. It goes to the side of the rack, and then it's ready to go into the oven. The granulating machine is what makes the flour grainy. This is the part I understand. How does that meme go again? Here, I know my stuff. Daddy, leave it to me. Even the doctor lacks control at the operating table.
I've never even seen that before.
You've never seen it?
Nope.
After all that comes one of the most important steps, toasting the flour. Here, it gains its yellow color, pleasant smell, and is ready to reach so many people's tables. Here, at my grandfather's flour house, he works with 3 ovens. 2 ovens have roasters and are used to scald the dough, right? After the dough is scalded, it is taken to the oven with the roaster so it can dry. Roasters are a more modern technology. In the past, during the flour process, toasting and scalding the flour was done with a paddle. In fact, my mother and I, at the flour house we have in the Agrovila community where we live, only use the paddle. Grandpa said we're only using 1 roaster because the other's motor has issues. He's taking it to get repaired. If we used both roasters, the dough would be done by now. Which house were we in? The flour is already toasted. After it's toasted, it's brought to this rack separately. And it looks like this. Everyone, this beautiful color. This beautiful, vibrant yellow, which I affectionately call the gold of the Amazon. I know that a lot of people think we add coloring to the flour, but we don't. You saw the process from start to finish, and saw that the cassava really is this color. And the flour, it's brought here already toasted. It's spread out on the tray so it can cool down. After it cools, it's bagged. And it's in these bags that they're sold, okay? To Manaus, to Tefe. But usually the flour goes more to Manaus, and from there it goes somewhere else, right? Here in Amazonas, we are big consumers of flour. We produce and consume our own flour here. And I, as someone truly from Amazonas, can tell you there can't be a meal without flour. And flour goes with everything. Fish, meat, Chicken, sausage, eggs, hot dogs, anything you can imagine, flour goes with it. And it makes a wonderful farofa. For those of you who haven't tried this regional flour from here yet, it's different, right? From other places, outside of Amazonas and the northern region, where the flour is whiter and finer than ours. If you come here to Amazonas and have the chance to try this flour, I guarantee you won't regret it. And you won't just be eating flour. You'll be becoming part of a story that has been going on for a long time. It goes back many, many years, starting with the indigenous peoples, then passing through the river communities, and we keep handing it down from generation to generation, right? Another batch just came out here. Look. Do you think it's cooling down? There's still more than 2 left from there. She's the inspector, checking if the work is okay. Is it a problem if you eat it raw? Eat it. Absolutely.
It's not because the girl is scared.
Are you eating the raw dough?
Yeah, we were there. She put it in her mouth.
Oh my god, Grandma is seasoning it here. Actually, it's already seasoned, right? She's boiling it with tucupi. And we're still going to make some beiju, right? Are we making beiju before we go? So let's go ahead and crack them since the work is done. Let Grandma crack them and we'll peel them. Guys, this starch is what we'll use to make our beiju. Look how satisfying it is to crack them. Guys, with the starch we got yesterday, now we're going to make the baked beiju, right? I wasn't here this morning, so they made it, right, Zeka? Did they or not? So we're going to make it now to have as a snack this afternoon and for breakfast tomorrow. Let's go. There's more here and plenty in the other bowl, but we'll use this one. I think it's too much. We won't use it all, right, Grandma? We're not going to make it all, right?
But where are you going to put that?
We're going to sift it and put it back in here. Then there are Brazil nuts here. Sift. And our beiju is going to be special. I'm going to put it in now. I'm going to add a Brazil nut now.
Not wonderful, so delicious. If you eat it, you won't ever want to stop eating Brazil nuts.
Baked in the oven, right? Even better.
Baked in the oven?
Fresh cassava starch.
Toasted cassava flour.
From the starch we extracted yesterday, we're already making the famous beiju here. Beiju is made from starch, as you may have noticed. And there are several ways to make it, right? There's the little tapioca, which is baked in the oven, which is a thinner version. And then there's beiju like this, which is the most traditional, the most authentic, let's say. It's made right in the oven. The people who usually make this beiju grate Brazil nuts, our nuts from the Amazon. And mix it together with the starch. Add salt there. Mix it too. After seasoning, it's baked in the oven. Then it's much bigger, right, than the tapioquinha made on the stove, in a frying pan. And we leave it like that. Spread it out well. Butter it lightly after it's cooked. And that's it. You saw the tucupi. I already showed it to you. I'm going to start boiling it now. If you pay attention, the tucupi is still boiling outside. It takes hours to boil, right? So that all its poison can come out. And also, when Grandma put it on the stove, the tucupi was already seasoned with garlic, black pepper, green onions, pimenta de chero, and hot pepper. We still managed to make 5 beijus. And the flour is right here. Look, full steam ahead. There are already 2 sacks of flour there. And we'll still get about 2 more over here. In total, I think we'll get about 5 sacks of flour, maybe 4 sacks of flour, something like that. The roaster is working too, right? That helps a lot, really a lot. In the past, this whole process was done by hand, with a paddle. Really old school. That's how the roaster works, for those curious. It's a simple mechanism, right? But whoever invented it was a visionary. That's because it helped a lot of people who work with flour, a lot of river dwellers. We marry Maria. I'm going to have a snack now, okay? I spent the whole day waiting for this. Look at this. The real tapioca beiju. Made in the oven.
For the saints.
Fabio, here my grandfather already took the tucupi off the stove, waited for it to cool down, and now he's putting it in the plastic bottles. Yeah, the tucupi is already boiled. It already has... How do you say it?
It doesn't have the poison anymore, right?
All the poison is gone now and it's ready to eat. We fill these plastic bottles and my grandfather is going to send some to Esparatama. And that's how it turned out, everyone. I like it plain like this, without the spicy pepper. And so, we're coming to the end of another workday. For many people, this is just flour. But for us, river dwellers, it represents work, tradition, and livelihood. It's from flour production that many families make their money, taking this food from here in the countryside to sell in Manaus and other cities. Every sack holds a bit of the Amazon's history. The beauty of all this is realizing each sack of flour holds more than just food. It carries the ingenuity of indigenous peoples, the strength of the riverside families, and the knowledge that has been passed down from generation to generation for hundreds, maybe thousands of years. Folks, the workday is over. The roaster is already off. Luca is right over there. Packing up the flour.
4 sacos. Senhor.
Bota essa... Calma, aqui tem uma saca, Lu. Não botei mais.
Vai dar 4.
We're already packing things up to go back. Show the bags of flour over there.
No one even remembered, right, Mari?
Mais de 4 sacos. É mais?
Grandpa was just telling Grandma that in 2 days of work we can toast more than a ton of flour. More than a ton, Grandma? You can roast more than one?
With 2 roasters running for 2 days, we make more than a ton of flour in 2 days.
Over a ton of flour in just 2 days. It took longer today since we had just 1 roaster serving 2 people, but now we're done. It's been a while.
I won't be home and I won't either.
What time is it, Isaac? Take a look.
2h31 da tarde.
Now we're going to go back home and rest after a day of work.
It took me 4 hours at night, right?
Grandma comes at 4 in the morning?
She comes at 4 o'clock at the same time.
Until he sees the teva, right? And puts the cassava mash to drain.
Meu fone. Ah, tá.
And guys, that was our workday in the countryside. We're already back home. I'm about to start another video for you all, and that's it. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you liked it, don't forget to like, comment, and share to help me out. Much love and see you in the next video. Do you think this might fall into that hole? Bye, everyone.